Welcome once again to HTV Africa. Welcome once again to HTV Africa. This is Humans TV Africa. Another is HTV Africa, where we always meet and share issues that you rarely hear on social media, on your mainstream media. This is HTV Africa, or call it Humans TV Africa. We want to request you to subscribe to on our YouTube channel, also our Facebook page, which is Humans TV Africa, but also to write to us directly. And our email is humanstv africa@proton.me. Please consider writing to us at humanisttvafrica@proton.me. Now, why do you want to write us? You may want to ask us questions. You may want to join us as a news anchor. You may want to give a donation to our TV. You may want to disagree with us. Of course, given a program I've watched and you think we are wrong, you want to disagree with us, and of course, you want to feature on one of our programs and share your views. You are welcome. Or you may want to make a contribution in part of our programs, but you want to feature as a special guest. Please write to us wherever you are. You are in India, you are in China, you are in Malaysia, you are in Singapore, you are in any part of the world, you are in the US, you are in Canada, and you want to reach out to us, but also you want to work with us, we want to welcome you. We are still welcoming volunteers. We are an NPO, a non-for-profit organization. We are an NGO. We don't work for profits, yet we have a list of volunteers. We have over 15 volunteers to take care of, because appearing on a TV needs money. Appearing on a TV needs data, needs airtime and equipment. So we want to request you to consider donating to us to run HTV Africa. Remember, we use the word Africa symbolically because technically all of us are Africans. Biologically, all of us are Africans. From the theory of evolution and all that, we know that all of us are actually Africans. So Humans TV Africa is not for Africans as Black people, it's for everyone that is a human being. That's why our motto is reaching out to humanity. And today is a special program. Of course, my name is Kato Mukasa. I'm a Ugandan, a lawyer by profession, but a person who has spent over 20 years in managing NGOs. I have spent over 20 years in working with NGOs, local and international, globally, but also in Africa. I've been managing and also working with international NGOs, including the work I do right now in Mukasa, where I'm a director of an NGO in England. So all my productive life, I've spent it managing NGOs or working with NGOs. Today, we are doing a special fundraiser for our foreign comrade, Lynda Tilley. And in the studio is my comrade brother, Dennis Bongole, is going to be running the slides and making sure that this one goes very well. Lynda Tilley Memorial Fundraiser, and of course it's by Kato Mukasa and the entire team at HTV Africa, which is Humanist TV Africa. Now, who was Lynda Tilley? I have written a full book to show the world briefly who was Lynda Tilley. Just briefly. I cannot exhaust all about Lynda Tilley, but at least I made an effort to tell the world who was Lynda Tilley. You can see Lynda Tilley there in one of our programs, Activism Africa. Lynda Tilley, together with me, founded Call to Activism Africa. And of course, we are joined by Dennis Bongole. We are joined by Brian Kabeko. And of course, we are joined by Mr. Paul Ewans, who has been with us from the beginning. That is Lynda Tilley, a woman who did so many great things, yet she was a simple, ordinary woman. In brief, she was an ordinary woman who did extremely extraordinary things. Lynda Tilley helped to build schools in Uganda. She built so many schools in Uganda, including Bambale's Kasese Humanist School, where she was always sharing the fundraiser. She contributed in building Eagles Primary School, Eagles Humanist Primary School of Rogers Mwanguzi. She was sponsoring Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School. Lynda did so many charity works in different countries in Africa, including supporting people in Kenya, especially the LGBT community in Kenya, and most importantly, the refugees who were in Kenya in a camp called Kakuma. Lynda Tilley was sponsoring over 56 families in Kakuma refugee camp. At the same time, Lynda Tilley was running projects in South Africa, including projects that involved giving water to the poor people in slums of South Africa. Lynda Tilley was influential in Uganda, in Kenya, in South Africa, in Nigeria, where she was strongly known as an advocate for the release of our comrade Mubarak Bala. Lynda Tilley spent sleepless nights to fight for the cause to release Mubarak Bala, wrote countless petitions, and of course went to war with all the systems that kept Mubarak Bala in prison. So Lynda Tilley was a strong activist, a true daughter of the soils of Africa, and a person who identified with everything that makes Africa proud. We, as humanists in Africa, we take Lynda Tilley as our soldier, as our activist, and as our hero, that we must honor her by remembering her through building one classroom block for now at a school that she supported so much. So this fundraiser is about Lynda Tilley, and we are going to call it Lynda Tilley Memorial Fundraiser. We are fundraising to build a school called Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School. This poor school is in Kasese, Western Uganda. That school was sponsored by Lynda Tilley. That is the school, Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School, a humanist school started by young people who are below 25 years, struggling to provide an education on the hillside of Mountain Rwenzori in Kasese. We want to construct a school that is the poor school that we want to replace with a better version of a school. We are fundraising money to change the structure of that school because it's poor, it's mud and water. You can imagine students studying in an environment where it's only mud, it's soil, they didn't have a floored, cemented classroom. They are studying in dust, which means jiggers affect them. They don't have decent classrooms. They don't have decent learning environment. These are orphans mostly and very poor children in the mountains of Rwenzori. Rwenzori is one of the highest mountains in the world. It's a cold, chilly place, and therefore the school is going to be built on one of those hills. These are children of the hills in Kasese, Western Uganda. Now, we are calling upon you, our dear members, our dear viewers, our dear friends and partners, to consider making a contribution towards building these children a better school. Look at the learning environment. Lynda was giving them money to buy that food you see. Lynda was sending money to buy them posho, to buy them beans, to buy them sugar, but also to buy them scholastic materials, including pens and pencils and books. Now that Lynda is dead, look at the environment in which these students study. Look at that classroom. It's mud, M-A-D, M-U-D, mud and water. You get soil and reeds and poles and build a class. Look at the floor. The floor is dusty. These kids study in a very unhealthy environment, and there are quite many. We want to request you, dear our viewers, to consider visiting that link, https www.justgiving.com crowdfunding/Kato Mukasa. If you go to Just Giving and put in my name, Kato Mukasa, that fundraiser is going to come up. And please, you can also send money directly to us on our numbers down there. If you're in Ghana, the person to contact is Apjai Danka Emmanuel Kufo. If you're in Nigeria, the person to contact is Nandip Bongfa. The number is down there. If you're in Kenya, the person to contact is Brian Kabeko. If you're in Uganda, the person to contact is Mariam Naseje. We expect all well-intentioned humans in Africa to first make a contribution. I repeat it. We expect people in Africa to make a contribution because Lynda Tilley stood with you. Lynda Tilley stood with you. Lynda Tilley supported your projects. Lynda Tilley died right from set. He talked with us, and from the studio, she died. She died doing our work. We want to honor her by changing the learning environment of the pupils at Hillside Nursery and Orphanage Human School. Look at that building. It's a poor building built by soil and reeds. You get soil, mix it with water, and have mud and water. You get reeds and trees, and then you build a wall. That is an ancient way of building. That is the school they have. Look at that structure. It's not good at all. We're encouraging you, dear viewers, to consider this festival season. Make a simple donation. Please make a simple donation. It's going to come to justgiving/crowdfunding/Kato Mukasa. And I'll be here each week to announce whoever gave us money. And once we raise a substantial amount of money, we shall start constructing. And then I'll be here to tell you every phase of the construction. I have to tell you the good news that a donor has just promised to match whatever funding we put. Today, I donated £5, and my brother Takudizwa in America donated £15. That is £20. And a donor has matched our donation by another £20. Immediately, whatever money we drop on that account, a donor is willing to match it by giving us exactly the same amount of money we have donated. As I speak now, I've just launched this fundraiser. We have £40, 5 from me, £15 from Takudizwa, and the anonymous donor has matched our £20 by giving us another £20. We are looking for £8,000. The donor is willing to give us all the money that we shall be able to raise. Now the challenge goes back to us. Please donate. You give us £10, a donor will give us another £10. You give us £5, a donor will give us another pounds. You give us £1,000, a donor will give us another £1,000. He is committed to ensuring that we build this school in memory of our sister, Lynda Tilley, who was with us throughout, who never left us, who was part of this television from the start, who spoke her last words right on this channel. Lynda Tilley was one of us, and you want to remember her by constructing a school that she supported. That is the school. It is Hillside Nursery and Orphanage Humanist School. Please, we are looking for £8,000 to build a 3-classroom block with 1 office room. Build it in a modern way. Give it a better facelift. Make those students, make those pupils, make those teachers, make those people in that community happy to see a new structure well built in their community. We are doing this for Lynda Tilley, who was part of this television. We are building a school to remember her. We are tired of praising people when they are dead. We must praise people when they are still alive. I'm happy that I told Lynda so many times that she was incredible, she was amazing. And I'm happy that we are behind this drive to make her legacy stand through building a school, a classroom block we shall name Lynda Tilley Memorial. We shall name that classroom block Lynda Tilley Memorial. Please consider joining this fundraiser by donating whatever you can afford. This festival season, we encourage you to make a donation. We are going to build a school, and we shall be here to share with you whatever development we take, whatever step we take. We shall show you from the foundation. We shall show you all the stages of building that school. And whoever gives us money, I will be here personally to name them if they want to be named. We shall put the names of all donors on the walls of the school. We shall put the names of all donors on the wall of the school. Whether you are 100 donors, we are going to write your name on the walls of the school. Also, when you donate to us and you want to get a copy of Lynda Tilley book, I will send you that copy. I will send you a soft copy of Lynda Tilley book. Simply make a donation. I'll send you a copy of Anglo Music from Africa, a tale of an African humanist hero, Lynda Tilley. If you make a donation today, I will send you a copy of that book about Lynda Tilley. We are constructing a school to be named Lynda Tilley Memorial. At least the classroom block, we shall name it Lynda Tilley Memorial Block. Lynda Tilley was an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. Please consider joining this fundraiser. Consider being part of us. Then it's over to me as I wind up this fundraiser today. Thank you so much, our viewers. I'm going to make this one very brief. It's all about fundraising. Remember, my name is Kato Mukasa. I work for HTV Africa as a volunteer. None of us is paid to do what we do. We are volunteers. We are constructing a school in memory of Lynda Tilley. Consider joining us at justgiving.com, crowdfunding/Kato Mukasa, and donate whatever amount you can afford. We shall come here on set and mention donations as they come in. I've told you that whatever you give us, a donor is willing to match that donation. Today, we have been able to raise 20 pounds within an hour, and a donor has matched it with another 20 pounds. In an hour, we have 40 pounds. Now, if you donate more 10 pounds, more 20 pounds, more 30 pounds, call them dollars, call them whatever money you have, simply send that donation. I'll be here to announce your name if you want to say X from Malawi, X from Canada, X from South Africa, X from USA, X from Uganda gave us this amount of money. I want to thank Ugandans so far who have contributed. Dennis Bongole, 50,000. Mariam Nasaja, 50,000 shillings. Those in Uganda contribute through Mariam Nasaje. Send her that mobile money. The number is on your screen. Robert Bambale, Mwanguzi, Namatovu, and all of you people that were touched by Lynda Tilley. We expect you to champion this drive by sharing it with your colleagues. We want to be the people to raise the most amount of money. It should come from us in Africa. We want to invite all our friends all over the world to join us by making a contribution to make Humans TV Africa proud of her member. Our member is Lynda Tilley. We are doing this fundraiser for her. Please, if you're in Kenya, the number is down there. Send your money to Brian Kabeko. Kenya shillings. If you are in Nigeria, send your naira to Nandip Bongfa. If you are in Uganda, send your Uganda shillings to Mariam Nasaje. The number is right there. If you're in Ghana, send your money to Apiaje Danka. The number is right there. If you are in Europe, in USA, send that money to the account number which is right there, or simply go to justgiving.com/crowdfunding/Kato Mukasa and make a donation. Trust me, I'll receive an email immediately and I will come on TV here and I will mention your name. If you permit me to mention your name. But also, all people that are contributing will be put on the wall of the school we are going to build. So far, in an hour, we have been able to raise 40 pounds just in an hour. We have been able to raise 40 pounds. Now, I want to encourage you to join us. This is just the first hour of fundraising. We have a donor who is willing to match whatever money we put. I was able to donate 5 pounds. I could use that, put in 15 pounds. Those are 20 pounds. And a donor matched our £20 by donating another £20. Thank you very much for being part of this show. It will always be brief when you come to a fundraiser. Share it, like it, comment. African humans, I call upon you to take this fundraiser seriously. Stop begging for money every time. Start donating. Start showing that you can also contribute. African humans, stop begging for money. Start showing intent that you can also make a contribution. Here is your chance to make a contribution. Lynda was with us. We can make contribution as people in Africa. Before we go to Europe, before we go to the US, let us do something as people in Africa. Our friends in the US are going to come through. Already some of them have promised me they're going to send money. Our friend in Canada, our friend in the UK are going to come through. But let us do our part as humans in Africa. This has been a fundraiser for Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School in memory of Lynda Tilley, constructing a school in memory of Lynda Tilley. Thank you so much, Dennis, for giving us all the information. You want to donate? Simply go to justgiving.com, crowdfunding, Kato Mukasa. So far in an hour, we have raised £40 just in an hour. See you in the next one. Keep fundraising, keep raising money. See you in the next one.